Now we would see how attitudes could help us in gaining self-awareness and how getting to know your own attitudes would make you a better individual and better professional. So firstly, we would see what is an attitude. That is a learned predispositions to respond to an object, person or idea in a favorable or unfavorable way. That is the way we act to or react to the people or ideas or things. That is our attitude. Our attitude, like now we can choose how we think and feel about a situation or event. Yes, it means that our attitude is actually the way we think and feel about a situation or event. Our attitude depends upon our thinking or feeling about the people, situations or events. In this way you could understand the difference between attitudes and behaviors. They both are very much different. Behavior, as we had seen, that is something which is a stable characteristic of one's personality that is not easy to change, and your behavior is most of the time consistent. No matter what the situation or the event is, you would behave in a similar way. But that is not the case with the attitudes. Attitudes are not stable, they are not consistent. The way your attitudes are determined by the situations and by the people, and they are determined by the way you are thinking or feeling in that particular situation. And you could easily identify, you could, this is important to identify your attitudes, and to bring a significant and positive change in your attitudes. This is important for you to understand the way your attitudes are affected by your emotions and by your feelings and by your thinkings, depending upon the situations and the people that you encounter with and that you are in. The emotions we choose to act on determine our attitude. So you see that the particular kind of emotions that overwhelm us, that we are that decide your attitude. And this also shows that yes, if you could control your emotions, you could also control your attitudes, and you could bring a positive change in them. Next we see they say that attitudes are narrow in scope. They can vary from situation to situation, as we had already discussed, that the attitudes are something that are narrow in scope, means that they are the things that they are which are not very much stable or consistent, and this depends upon the way you are thinking or feeling in some situation, or in one situation. That would determine your attitude, and that would, maybe in one situation your emotions are stable, you are thinking or feeling good, so your attitudes will be positive. But in another situation where you are in a bad mood or you are unable to control your emotions, you would show bad attitudes. Now attitudes किससे influence होते हैं? Attitudes are derived from your parents, teachers, peers, society, and our own past experiences. So this is our parents or teachers and our past experiences and the people who surround us, who are the part of our society, our culture. They actually help us to make certain or develop certain kinds of attitudes. Either they are positive or negative. उनका जो फर्स्ट आप उसको डिराइव करते हो पॉजिटिव है या नेगेटिव है, उसका जो फर्स्ट इन्फ्लुएंस होता है वो तुम्हारी सराउंडिंग से आता है. But this is as an educated individual, now this is the right time to identify your attitudes कि तुम्हारे वो attitudes कितने ठीक हैं कितने गलत हैं, और मोस्टली तुम्हारे attitudes कैसे होते हैं. Identify your attitudes and then try to bring a positive change in them. Attitudes are one of the less stable facets of our personality, which means that they are easier to influence and change than our behaviors and values. So this is a good thing, that you could easily control them and you could easily influence and change them, because if you get to know and about your attitudes and about your the way they have been developed and what is wrong with them, then definitely with a little effort you could easily control your attitudes, and that would actually help you to be a better individual. The next thing, strong attitudes can have an impact on our professional and personal relationships. Definitely you understand this thing. Like if you are in any, no matter that you are in a manager's position or in an authorial position, you are even as a colleague or even as a professional, your attitude helps you to be better professional, and that would also make the people to feel comfortable with you and to be easy in working with you. But if you are in an authorial position, you are a boss, you are a manager, so your attitude is a large factor on how people feel about their jobs. That won't only be about you, that would be about the people who are working, who are your subordinates or who are working under you. So if a manager is upbeat most of the time and supportive of his or her colleagues, employees will generally respond well and work hard to produce the desired results. So अगर आपका जो मैनेजर है, और if you are a manager and you are a cheerful individual, you are a supportive individual, you have a positive outlook towards life, so the people will feel happy in working with you. And if they would feel happy, and they would there would be a congenial and pleasurable environment around, then the people would feel happy and they would produce the desired results. But on the other hand, if the manager is pessimistic or he has a negative outlook towards life, and he most of the time he is a cheerless individual, so what would happen, that would affect the morals of the people, that would affect their working, that would affect the working environment, and the people would also feel pessimistic, they would suffer, and they won't feel happy, and as a result the outcomes or the results would suffer, and the person won't be able to derive the better results as only and only due to the bad attitude of an individual. Next is perception. We would see where this perception thing is. So perception, we already had discussed this perception thing in a great detail in our previous course, if you remember. But anyways, we would have a look at that again, because that is very much important to understand your perceptions, because that's a very important part of self-awareness. So you need to know what are your perceptions and how are your perceptions being affected by various factors. So what is perception? That is the way you perceive the things. That is the way we understand the things. That is the way we give meanings to our environment, to the people, to the events or situations. So the definition that here the definition says that perception describes the process by which individuals gather sensory information and assign meaning to it. सो जो भी तुम्हारे पास इनपुट्स आ रहे हैं, जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन आ रही है फ्रॉम द आउटसाइड वर्ल्ड, तुम उसे कैसे मीनिंग देते हो, तुम उसे कैसे अंडरस्टैंड करते हो, दैट इज योर परसेप्शन. So perception is person specific. No two people will take in, organize and evaluate the inputs in the same way. Very right. अब वो inputs क्या हैं? Inputs क्या है कि जो भी information तुम्हारे पास, multitudes of stimuli and multiple kinds of informations are there. You cannot take all the information to the brain for the further process. You select only a selective kind of information, and uh, you send that information to the brain, and your brain process only that information, and your brains interpret and evaluate the person or the situation. So your perspectives on the situation can be entirely different from the way another looks at the exact same situation. Very right. We know that the perspectives of no two individuals are alike. Everybody has got their own perceptions and their own interpretations, and from that starts from the thing that the information that you select, that you send that to your mind, and then your mind interpret it accordingly. Individual perceptions may not always be consistent with reality. It's only the perceiver's interpretation of reality. It's interesting that there is no thing that which is called reality. And reality is not absolute. Like everybody has got their own notions about reality, their own interpretations of reality. And whatever is your interpretation, you would consider that this is the reality. So reality would be different from individual to individual, because the interpretations of the reality or the interpretations of the things are different, or the interpretations are different. It is important to be in touch with our perceptions. Now this is important to know about your perceptions, about the way you perceive the things, about the way you understand the things. and what they are and how they are being formed, कि तुम्हारी perceptions usually क्या हैं और तुम उसे कैसे form करते हो. So this is not only important to know about your perception, your own perceptions, but equally important in being aware of the perceptions of others and others, because everybody's perceptions are influenced by their understanding of the situations. Your behavior, their other people's behavior towards you is influenced by their understanding of the situation, and your behavior towards other individuals is also determined by your understanding of the situation. So this is important for you to understand both your own and the other people's perceptions in order to evaluate them and to bring in the positive changes. नाउ योर परसेप्शंस कैसे किस तरह से वो इन्फ्लुएंस होते हैं, तुम्हारे परसेप्शंस किस तरह से तुम्हारी अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द एनवायरनमेंट एंड ऑफ द पीपल जो है वो इन्फ्लुएंस होती है. वो वेरियस फैक्टर्स हैं उसमें. इसमें है योर कल्चर, योर एनवायरनमेंट, योर हेरिडिटी, मीडिया, पीयर्स, पास्ट एक्सपीरियंसेस, इंटेलिजेंस, नीड्स, इमोशंस, एटीट्यूड्स, वैल्यूज, एजुकेशन एंड मल्टीपल अदर योर इंटरेस्ट. Multiple other factors are there which influence your perceptions. So as a human being we tend to form perceptions based on our biases. ये भी होता है कि we need to understand our biases, because an understanding of your biases would actually be quite helpful for you to get to know your perceptions and to get to know about the ways your perceptions are being formed. And if we are not aware of our biases and don't check our understanding with others, we may miss out on important information and situations by relying on distorted perceptions. So this is important for us to get to know, to understand our biases, because our perceptions are directly influenced by our biases. The way we give meaning to the environment and to the people and the situations, and we understand the things around us, they are filtered out by our biases, through our biases. So next there are some common factors that influence our perceptions. और वो common factors कौन से हैं जी? Stereotyping है, selective perception है, projection, expectations और interest है. हम उनको देखते हैं one by one. Stereotyping, you are aware of this term stereotyping, and you are I hope that you would be very much aware of the stereotyping thing and its stereotypical, how the stereotypical notions actually make us to derive the negative judgments and to make the negative evaluations of the people, and they actually won't make us or won't allow us to see the things in a positive way or in a right way, and that they affect our decision making too. स्टीरियोटाइपिंग क्या होती है? ये जी जनरलाइज्ड इमेज होते हैं, फिक्स्ड इमेज होते हैं लोगों के बारे में जो हमारे माइंड में डेवलप हो जाते हैं ड्यू टू द पीपल अराउंड अस, ड्यू टू द सोसाइटी. हम डिफरेंट फिक्स्ड इमेजेस हमारी सोसाइटी में होते हैं अबाउट द पीपल, अबाउट द ग्रुप्स, अबाउट द रिलीजन्स, अबाउट द नेशंस, अबाउट डिफरेंट एथनिसिटीज. सो स्टीरियोटिपिकल नोशन बगैर सोचे हम उसे भी they become a part of our thinking too. So हम उसी stereotypical notions के अंडर हम लोगों को जज कर रहे होते हैं, उन्हें evaluate कर रहे होते हैं, तो ये हमारी perceptions को negatively influence करता है. So instead of relying on the stereotypical notions of the individuals, we need to think, we need to understand, and we need to undertake, and we need to consider the individual characteristics of the individuals and the peoples instead of blindly relying on the stereotypical notions, because they would help us in making a better decision making and to make an honest evaluation of the people and the situation. The next thing is selective perception. Selective perception में हम क्या करते हैं? Selective perception होता है जी interpreting information for meaning and accuracy and discarding information that is threatening or not relevant. इसमें हम सिर्फ उसी information को interpret करते हैं कि जो हमारे interest की होती है, जो हमें relevant लग रही होती है, या जिससे हमें कोई threat नहीं होता. It means that we are constantly filtering, absorbing, and processing only those inputs we think we can handle or want to handle at any given time. So it means that you इसका मतलब ये है कि तुम उसी इंफॉर्मेशन को लेते हो. सबसे पहले तो तुम्हारे पास मल्टीपल काइंड ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन एंड मल्टीट्यूड ऑफ स्टिमुलाई हैं, और अभी जैसे यहाँ पे है कि अभी तो हमारे पास इंफॉर्मेशन की बम्बार्डमेंट है ड्यू टू द इंटरनेट एंड न्यूज़पेपर्स एंड न्यूज़पेपर्स एंड न्यूज़ चैनल्स एंड सेल फोन्स एंड ईमेल्स एंड टेक्स्ट. सो मल्टीट्यूड्स ऑफ स्टिमुलाइज आर देयर, एंड डेफिनेटली ह्यूमन माइंड हैज अ लिमिटेशन. यू कुड नॉट टेक इन ईच एंड एवरी काइंड ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन एंड टू process that. So definitely you have to filter that information, but filtering does not mean closing your mind to certain kind of information. अब इसमें यहाँ पे उन्होंने जो एग्जांपल दिया है, there is one example over here, there is another example of a manager with a project deadline is probably not going to read information for a meeting that's scheduled for next month. Definitely he's occupied with the meeting is deadline, so he won't be interested in some other thing. So इसमें ये भी है कि like you are up closing mind or tuning out the information के बारे में, but I could say the example that would be that I could relate or to you in this instant would be that आपने जी अपनी specialization choose करनी होती है एक certain point of time एक semester में, and you have to you have made up your mind due to one thing or another कि okay you are going into a finance field or you're going to an HR or you're going to be in marketing. So तुमने को अपना एक mind बना लिया. अब there is a career counseling workshop going on जहाँ पे career choice पे बात हो रही है, तो since तुमने अपना mind बनाया हुआ है कि तुमने जी मार्केटिंग में ही जाना है या तुमने फाइनेंस की फील्ड में ही जाना है, अब क्या होगा कि द पीपल दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट ईच एंड एवरी फील्ड एंड देयर स्कोप एंड देयर ब्रेथ, बट क्या है कि तुमने अपना माइंड मेकअप किया हुआ है ऑलरेडी, तो तुम क्या करोगे, ओनली द इंफॉर्मेशन दैट वुड बी रेलिवेंट टू यू, दैट वुड बी द रेलिवेंट टू द फाइनेंस फील्ड, you would only take in that information and you would tune out the other information which you think is irrelevant to you because you are not going to be into that field. This is not right thing. What they say that you need to keep an open mind. Don't close your mind. Okay, you would take in the information of your interest and then you would close your mind to the other information that is coming in. So this is not right thing. Always keep an open mind and take in the information and the things that are coming in and then decide which to send for further process and which not, because maybe that would help you to make a better choice because you had already fixed your mind about one field, and getting to know about all the fields and their scope and that would help you to make a better decision. So this is important to always keep an open mind and take in the every kinds of new information and every kind of news to make a better decision. The next factor that influence our perception is projection. अब प्रोजेक्शन क्या चीज होती है, दैट इज एट्रीब्यूटिंग one's own attitudes, characteristics or shortcomings to others. For example, someone who cheats and lies might make the assumption that everyone cheats and lies. प्रोजेक्शन में क्या होता है कि जो हम हैं, जो हमारे characteristics हैं, या अगर हम कोई गलत काम करते हैं तो हम ये कहेंगे कि सब कर रहे हैं. So through that we try to validate the things and we try to justify our bad actions. So और या अगर हम दूसरी तरह भी हो सकता है कि अगर हम पॉजिटिवली सोचते हैं, अगर हम सच बोलते हैं, अगर हम ऑनेस्टली करते हैं, तो हम ये कहेंगे कि अच्छा वी ब्लाइंडली ट्रस्ट अदर इंडिविजुअल्स एंड वी वुड प्रोजेक्ट आवर क्वालिटीज अपॉन अदर्स एंड वी वुड से कि या डेफिनेटली द पीपल आल्सो डू दैट, पीपल आर ऑनेस्ट, सो वी ट्रस्ट देम ब्लाइंडली, दिस इज आल्सो नॉट गुड. सो इट इज बेस्ट टू कंसीडर ईच न्यू सिचुएशन एंड पर्सन इन योर लाइफ एज यूनिक, paying attention to their features and characteristics rather than yours. So projection भी हमारी perception को influence कर रही होती है. That would make us to either trust blindly or that would make us to not to trust any individual, क्योंकि जो हम हैं हम समझ होते हैं कि सब ऐसे ही हैं. This is not the case. Think and consider every individual as a unique case. The next is expectations. Expectations क्या होता है? Forming an opinion about how we would like an event to unfold. How we would like. See, वुड लाइक पे फोकस है यहाँ पे कि हम कैसे लाइक करते हैं कि कोई सिचुएशन कैसे अनफोल्ड होगी, और जो हम लाइक करते हैं अगर वैसे वो अनफोल्ड नहीं होती तो हम उसे अकॉर्डिंगली जज करते हैं कि वो ठीक है या गलत है. अगर वो हमारी लाइकिंग के अकॉर्डिंग होगी तो हम कहेंगे दिस इज राइट, एंड इफ इट्स नॉट अप टू आवर लाइकिंग देन वी वुड से इट्स नॉट राइट. सो अ सिचुएशन और अ पर्सन टू एक्ट, थिंक और फील, कि हम कैसे लाइक करते हैं कि कोई बंदा एक्ट करे, थिंक करे या फील करे, अगर वो हमारी लाइकिंग के अकॉर्डिंग नहीं है so the person is not right. We tend to perceive, select and interpret information according to how we expect it to appear. So that makes problems because when things don't come up to our expectations, we don't consider them good, and if the things come up to our expectations we consider them good. So for example क्या है कि जी if I for example suppose that I had an expectation from one child or from one student that he or she would get a star. अब क्या होता है कि वो स्टूडेंट या वो बच्चा या बच्ची दे आर अनेबल टू स्कोर ए स्टार एंड दे स्कोर ओनली ए, so I won't consider okay his or her result is not good because that is not up to my expectation. और अगर मैं किसी से ये expect करती हूँ कि उसका result that child would be able to score B and that child scores A, आई वुड से मार्वलस, गुड, एक्सलेंट। अब दोनों ने ए लिया है, लेकिन एक मेरी एक्सपेक्टेशन से बियॉन्ड है और एक मेरी एक्सपेक्टेशन से लोअर है, नीचे है। तो वो उसके अकॉर्डिंगली मैं उस इवेंट को, उस सिचुएशन को, उसको मैं ग्रेड कर रही हूँ कि अच्छा योर रिजल्ट इज गुड और योर रिजल्ट इज नॉट गुड, सो दिस इज नॉट राइट। Try to come up with a don't try to judge the people and the things according to your expectations. Rather try to see them individually and neutrally. The next is interest, that also affect our perceptions. And interest, basing our activities and inputs on things that are likable or appealing to us. We tend to focus our time and attention consciously or unconsciously on those things that are enjoyable and meaningful to us. Definitely कि जो चीज़ें हमारे इंटरेस्ट की होती हैं हम उन पे ज़्यादा फोकस कर रहे होते हैं, उन्हें ज़्यादा अटेंटिवली देख रहे होते हैं। जो हमारे इंटरेस्ट की नहीं होती उन पे हमारा फोकस भी ज़्यादा नहीं होता, ध्यान भी नहीं होता और अटेंशन नहीं होती, तो डेफिनेटली हम उन चीज़ों को उस तरह से इवेलुएट या जज नहीं कर सकते। सो दिस इज इम्पोर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड आवरसेल्व्स, because by understanding ourselves we can begin to change our perceptions that are often affected by the biases described above. It is imperative for us to understand and confront our biases. So this is not only important to understand our biases, this is also important to confront our biases. By doing so, we will increase our level of self-understanding and will be more understanding of others and their perspectives, because that is the key to understand others. Self-understanding is a key to understand others. Because if you get to know about your own biases, then only then you will be able to get to know about others' biases too. If you are able to understand your own perceptions, only then you would be able to understand others' perceptions. And when you would be able to understand yourselves and others, only then you would be a successful individual and a successful professional.